Hello guys, how are you doing? So, here we are yet again for an OVA. This is The Lost Girl part... Well, I don't know if this is exactly supposed to be part 3 or not, because it's not called part 3, it's called Lost in a Cruel World, I believe. Part 1 and part 2 were about Annie investigating the disappearance of a lady, just so Hitch could cover for her while she was out trying to kidnap Eren. And Lost in a Cruel World, to me, it says Mikasa, because she was the one to really establish that saying that the world is cruel in season 1. So before jumping into the second half of season 3, I'm really curious to know why this one now, if this has any relevance or not, because granted, if I was really delighted to have more content with Annie, the Lost Girls OVA Part 1 and Part 2 were not that much relevant, before jumping into season 3. So I'm really curious about this one. We're gonna jump right in. Full length reaction is available on Patreon, just like the rest of the Attack on Titan reactions. Link down below in the description box. That being said, let's go. Oh, this is already in place. Okay. So chronologically, it seems to be on point with the end of season 3. Well, part 1 of season 3.
また戻れるのあの時に
もう全部は帰ってこねえツケを払ってもらわねえとな
Okay, so I believe I was right. It's gonna be about Mikasa.
また私たちを置いてどこか遠くへ行ってしまうのかもしれない。私にはそれを止めることができない。
Butterfly. Catch it. Whisper. Oh.
それはいつか見た。
Oh. Oh. Sad. Cruel world, Mikasa. Say it.
この刺繍であげるのよ。子供はどうやったらでき
Her
る？
parents.
さあ、お父さんに聞いてみなさい。
Yeah.
もうじきイェーガー先生が来る頃だから。
Oh, come on, guys.
お、早速来たみたいだ。
Oh no, is that the moment?
お待ちしてました。
Oh no. Not
どう
again.
も失礼します。
Excuse us, you son of a gun.
ごめんミカサヘレンは僕の身代わりに
Ooh, that was intense. Oh, we're going way back.
もしこんな現実が嫌ならもう一度やり直してみるといい。その世界では様々な物事があなたの思い通りになるはずだ。
I have to say, Mikasa in season 1 really appeared as a strong character with will and everything, but as season 2 went and now season 3, you come to realize that she's pretty lost indeed.
お、早速来たみたいだ。雨の中ご苦労様です。さあどうぞお入りください。
先生。
How it should have been.
ほらヘレン、恥ずかしがらないで入っておいで。
こんにちは。
So cocky.
仲良くしてやってくれるかな。
Don't force them being friends, but I mean, the embarrassing thing that your parents do.
お前のお母さん今度子供が生まれるんだってな
きっと男の子だってお母さん言ってた。
本当に男だ
Because I don't know why I
兵
want
士に
to
なるといいな
take her and hug her, I don't know.
ああ調査兵団に入って外の世界へ行くんだ
外の世界って。
お前は
I mean, I suppose
私？
in some measure Eren must give her courage when you're such a reserved little kid like her right now.
私。
And you meet a guy like Eren who's all over the place and everything. It's like, I'd like to be like this guy.
もう帰ろうよエレン。森の奥には入っちゃいけないってお父さんが。待って。
Don't leave her behind. Well, that's something. Why are they so angry? Interesting. Is this only because she's trying to reimagine things, or does what just happened have anything to do with the Ackerman power?
それからエレンは5日に一度のイエーガー先生の往診に毎回ついてくるようになった。
Really interesting. Even in a dream scenario, there are bad things.
アルミンは頭がいいんだ。たくさん本を読むからいろんなことを知ってる。
じゃあ子供がどうやってできるかも知ってるかな。
Oh.
真夜中に大きな鳥が赤ん坊を運んできて、それをお母さんのお腹に入れるんだ。
鳥が
Oh, inside the mother. Okay. Normally it's on the porch, but okay.
とにかくだな。
Doesn't make sense.
それが俺の夢だ。
It's still quite nice, you know, to know that even within wall. Oh, what happened? Bullies.
全部塩水でできた海ってのがあるんだ。
Huge lake with salty water. Yeah, no, I meant that even in the wall, you know, there's still wilderness. There are still green spaces and places to live. You know, you can have a life in the walls still. It's not like you're just between four walls and that's it. Claustrophobia, you know.
壁の中が平和だから、それでいいと思ってる。なんでわざわざ危険な外へ出る必要があるんだってな。
Oh, he got bullied because he wanted to explore.
外に行くべきだって言った。そしたら異端者だって言われた。そういう世界なんだ。
Yeah, people don't like it when you think out of the box.
めようとしてる。
エレン、
俺は調査兵団に入って外の世界に行く。
Pretty angry kid.
せめて一緒にいたい。そう思った。
Are you gonna go visit? Why don't you go visit? Because you're an Ackerman, maybe your parents don't want to.
次の往診の時に一緒に帰ってくればいいから。
エレンと思いっきり遊んでおる。
Okay. Okay, I would have thought it would have been like, no. Well, no, she does know she's an Ackerman, so
早く行こうぜ。
it's not like she was gonna
調査兵
drop the
団が
name.
帰ってきたんだ。
Oh, we've seen that before. We've seen that before.
モーゼスが見当たらないですが、息子はどこでしょうか。
モーゼスの母親だ。持ってこい。
And this is the commander instructor with hair.
本当に調査兵団に入るの。そんなの嫌。絶対。
これで何度目だ無能兵団め。
ひでえもんだ。
これじゃあ俺らのせいで奴らに餌をやって太らせてるようなもんだな。兄さんだクソガキ。
How old are you, sir?
調査
To smash down a kid like that. Come on now. What?
ガキはよ、クソガキのうちにしつけとくんだよ。
What? We do? What? What? And there was no other adult too. What? What? I'm sorry. This isn't right. Oh. I'm so sad for little Mikasa right now. She has a little Eren!
お母さん、ごめんね。ごめんなさい。
What's up, Mikasa?
調査兵団がなくなったんだ。壁外調査の結果が得られないから潰された。
Oh.
扉も塗り固められた。もう誰も外へは出られない。
Wow. They could do that.
押し込めようとしてる。
じゃあ、
I never thought about the fact that the doors could be sealed.
急で外の世界に行くことにした。 気球ってのは
The hot air balloon. The couple that died. Legitimately Armin's parents.
私も行く。
は
一緒に連れてって。
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's giving her, like, motivation, determination, bravado, what she's kind of lacking right now. That she wants the scarf!
少し歩くと森がある。3日後の夜、そこで待ってる。その時返せよ。
Is that a date, Eren? I don't know. What? Imagine if you would do that to a girl. Meet me in the forest in 3 days. Under the moonlight. I'll be waiting for you. On the 3rd day, look at the east. Sorry. Candle piece. What? Let go of her. She's got places to be. Oh, yeah, this is Mikasa's depiction of what she would like against her reality. Now that's her subconscious manifesting.
エレンの死を受け入れることができず、自ら作り出した。この世界にね。
Yeah, it's a world where to her Eren's gonna be safe, but
エレンの死を止めることができない。
なぜならエレンはその体の中に死を抱え
is
込んでいる
marred
から
by the specter of death. What does that mean?
だったらこんな世界
Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. She killed him, yeah. Okay.
さて皆様、ご覧いただけましたか。この通り、刃が引っ込むようにできておるのです。そして、
It's a very fun subconscious.
ありがとうございます。
Okay.
ありがとうございます。
Just a man in the mirror. Armin. So you're gonna say Eren's dead. Oh, this is season 1.
エレンは僕の身代わりに。僕は
Hello, Mikasa. Did it really happen in that moment?
って受け入れた
Did you really think that she was going to die, and so she saw a life flash before her eyes?
エレンがどこへ行こうと私はエレンのそばにいたいねえエレン
I have to say that this OVA left me empty as well. And I have to say as well that this type of OVAs is exactly, I believe, what what OVAs should be about. Meaning you get to understand your character more. You know, with Annie it was more of a side story than really trying to understand Annie's motives and more about her and everything. It was pretty much just a side story with Annie. But here, it gets you to understand more of the character, to know more exactly what's happening in her head, because it's been pretty much my question ever since, let's say, a half of season 2. Season 1 and first half of season 2, I would say we were quite in phase with Mikasa, with what she was trying to do, what she wanted, and then she became really silent, and her motivations and what was actually happening in her head became quite of a mystery. I believe not only to me, but in a broader sense, and I think that this is what the people writing the anime and everything were looking for, really. she sees in Eren, that sort of beacon of light, fiery beacon, as the little girl who's quite lost that she is. She's putting on this armor so she wouldn't crumble, and in a way, Eren is trying to be as strong as Mikasa, but really it is Mikasa who feels that maybe she needs to be this strong to match Eren's, his bravado, his determination, his muchness, I would say. And I get it. It's dangerous. I get it, but it's dangerous because it's developing some sort of a personality cult towards Eren for Mikasa, where she's become so infatuated that she's losing sight of everything else around her. That's what we saw, at the end of season 2. That's kind of what we saw at the beginning of season 3, though I have to say it's being a lot more under control in season 3. But by the end of season 2, it was really obnoxious for herself. It was abnormal in the way that it was not, the way she was acting was not contributing to her own well-being. So by the end of season 2, she was really, for me, great character, really well written and everything, but just in terms of my liking and everything, and even just for herself, regarding where she was mentally, it was really, really, really unstable. Going into the second half of season 3, I'm curious to know, obviously with the chapter that now is closed, with Eren moving forward, with everybody moving forwards, if she's going to be able to move forwards as well. Because this is something that we've been dragging on for, yes, a season almost now. And so I feel like this would be the moment for everybody to move on, including her. So I feel that maybe this OVA came right now because we're, like I said, opening a new chapter. So it was maybe important to get to know now everything that we needed to know about Mikasa. And it's interesting because even in that other reality of events, of things, she still had a dark part of her that would come up of her subconscious and plague, if I could say so, her dream. Things that she couldn't escape from herself, and some sort of a reality that she came to realize about Eren's life and death situation. Pretty much like everybody, it's there. And the idea of her subconscious saying is marked with the specter of the death, I do not believe that it's like some sort of a prophecy or Eren is doomed or everything. It's just to remind her maybe that everybody dies at some point, that she won't be able to save Eren from everything, to protect him from everything, because it's just in the natural order of things for him to pass on at some point, whether it is sickness or whatever, because he crashed in a balloon, or because he gets eaten, or because he gets killed, or because he gets exploded, or because he kills himself, who knows. It's just a reminder that even though she has a perfect scenario, comes a moment where things will shift in a way that she won't like it, but it will shift because things shift. So I'm excited to jump into the second half of season 3. That was my reaction to the OVA, Lost Girls, Lost in a Cruel World. That one was, in my opinion, really, really on point, title-wise and category-wise. Obviously, I see why Annie it was called Lost Girl as well, but this one I believe was definitely on point. It couldn't be more on point with this one. Really liked it, really loved it. Mikasa, with her behavior and everything, had kind of lost a little bit out of favor for me. But with this OVA, it's not like I never understood the character. I always understood the character, but I appreciate these insights, that these OVA brought to us. Really brilliant one. Really well done. Not too long, not too short. Maybe a tad long by the end, but it was pretty great in my opinion. And it's, you know, it's not more story to what's happening. It's just getting to understand more the characters. So in my opinion, or even if it may have been more story, but at least it's something that really brings something more to understanding Attack on Titan, the characters, their relationships and everything. And so since this is not progressing the main frame, the general plot of the story, to me this is the perfect type of OVAs. So thank you very much guys. Full length reaction is available on Patreon, link down below in the description box. I'm gonna fare you well. I'm gonna see you for our next reaction pretty soon. Until then, please take care, have a nice life, bye.